everyone, and welcome to Stars with Stasi, where no matter who or what you are on this cosmic journey, you are welcome here. Greetings, I'm Stasi, your trusted psychic and intuitive reader. This is a special Starseed tarot reading for my members only. Guys, thank you again so much for your continued support, your likes, your shares, subscribes, your personal messages, and of course, your just consistent checking in. You guys are great. So, and I'm so proud of the way that we have come together as a Starseed community. And I do see all of the comments. I reply to each one of them, and I do see you guys reaching out to each other. So I'm so grateful that this community has been so supportive of one another and myself. So thank you. I'm going to tap into my spirit guides, and I'm going to get the highest and best messages for what we can look ahead, and also anything having to do with our light work mission. All right. One moment while I tap into my guides. Angels, ancestors, spirit guides, interdimensional beings overseeing this act of divination for the Starseed community, please give us the highest and best messages with our light work, our mission, what to expect. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. Repairing the veil, forgiveness pops out, number 9. There's a lot of endings that are taking place. As a matter of fact, this is being recorded right before the lunar eclipse in Taurus. So you can expect that as the things that are manifesting and coming into material form, there is going to be truths of the matter being revealed within your own personal household potentially, as well as globally. And so there's going to have to be a period of forgiveness and compassion. Spirit is saying that you're going to be tested. I have here skywriting the fates number 49. That reduces to the number 13, Scorpio energy, further reducing to the number 4. Skywriting the fates. You know, this came through. I got a message earlier today from Spirit having to do with a global unveiling. And then I'm seeing repairing the veil as the first card that came out. And the way it came through, and I really want to be careful about my messaging here, because it's nothing that I have personal knowledge. I'm not an investor or financial advisor, none of that. These are premonitions and not to be taken for you to make your financial decisions on. However, the way it's coming through is that there's going to be truths revealed about a banking issue, banking crisis, financial crisis potentially happening globally. And I keep hearing that we're going to see exactly how we've been suppressed, and then the tumbling of that, the fall of that, then leads to greater and better things for us as a collective and individually. I'm also being told, be mindful of where you're keeping your money. And what is this at the bottom of the deck? Netcaster number 42, preparations come to fruition. So that's just confirmation that, you know, if you take action now to be mindful of your finances, right? It doesn't mean to hoard the money, but just be mindful of all of the places that you have money invested, every institution, and, you know, keep your eyes out for there to be some changes globally as well. I've been divining for some time that we are to see a different type of currency by February, March. Keep an eye out for that as well. But this is something that is going to be larger than anything. I really sense it's going to be global, is how it's being put through, because they keep showing me the crisis of 2019, 2020. All right, what is this? Moon made new beginnings. As I speak about new currency, new money, new banking, new financial structures. And this is a new beginning. This is our opportunity to have the playing field. It's going to be leveled, right? There's going to be different types of currency and energy exchanges. Number 41 reduces to the number 5. 5 is a card of disruption. 5 is a number that's associated with adaptability and versatility. Freedom, unpredictability as well. Those are some key words, but freedom is coming through. And in order to be free from something, you have to disrupt it. You have to break out of it. So one moment, let's see. They want me to, what do you want me to go here? Thank you. One moment. All right. Thank you, Spirit. Show me more. Okay. All right. So a few things. These cards are super active. The moon card comes out as I speak about things being revealed, as I speak about the global truths. And that's all I keep. They're very clear that this is going to affect the masses. Okay. And as again, we are approaching the eclipse. Today is October 24th as a matter of planetary record, so to speak, energetic record. So the moon card. We also have the star card, things coming into manifest form, things being brought to light, healing. The star card is also about you being the star, individual power, vulnerability as well, because look, the star card, she's nude, 1 foot in the water, 1 foot on the ground. She's healed, main character energy, also very much connected to the cosmos in this deck. And then I've got the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, the Queen of Pentacles is very focused, has her eye on the prize, is looking forward, has her hand around the pentacle because she holds on to what she has, knowing that it will continue to flourish. She has the dog beside her, and she's very much the queen, solid in her power because she had the knowledge of the unknown is how it's coming through. So there is opportunity here, Starseed, for you to take this time and turn it into something very beneficial for you financially. But it's going to require that you put yourself as the main character energy. It's going to require that you do something different, right? Something different than what you've been doing. The way in which we have been making our money is going to change. And I keep talking about that. And I really hope that as light workers, you take advantage of the technology boom, because technology can be scary, but it's also an energetic exchange. It's an energetic being. It's an entire thing, right? If you tap into those resources, you can ride this energetic wave and you can come out on top. This is really a time to explore different avenues. As I say that, these cards come out, Two of Wands, literally a card of exploration and moving forward, leaving the past behind and getting curious about what's out there. I can't speak it into existence anymore. Coming through is also the World card. They wanted me to take that. That's in our central position. This is the ending of a cycle, right? This is the ending of patriarchal constructs where everything is about competition. This is the beginning of working together and connecting, right? We are really going to understand how vast the universe is, because as mainstream ideas are taken down and people are freed from the matrix, so to speak, that we've been in, and we see the divine matrix and the freedom that comes along with it, our job as light workers is to stay calm during this time of transition, get curious, and help others move forward because we move forward. And we set the tone and the example, not because our job is to convince anyone of anything. This is very much about being in the support role and leadership role, leading by example, right? When people want something, they will ask you for it. So the Chariot, this is divinely guided. This is going to happen quickly, and it's important to stand that middle ground, that central position. There are going to be basically a split, right? And you can expect that. That's what this density is about. This density is about polarities. So you can expect there to be two very clear pathways. Spirit's saying for you to get curious, and instead of going to the right or the left, make your own path, stay the middle ground. And that is how the more people that stay in the central position, the more light workers that hold their power and stay strong, the more that our frequency vibrates. And there's no choice but for the others to come and meet us in the middle. It's basically what source energy asks us as light workers to do. They ask us to stand in our power, to stand in our central position, and to be still in uncertainty and sit through the emotions, right? And that's where you gain your strength. And I'm almost seeing like this cyclone of energy that builds around the light workers, the people in the central position. And there is no choice but for the other energies to converge. And that's what Spirit keeps saying, like, you've got to stand in your power and in your truth. And your truth is your truth alone. You are not to convince others. You're just to share your experiences, and we're supposed to vibe together, not fight. And so there's going to be people in the camp of hope and people in the camp of destruction. And so the reality of it is that both are true. One cannot exist without the other. Thank you, Spirit. Out comes King of Cups. This is a time to be vulnerable and also to be strong in your passions and desires, and to be curious about others, but to do what's going to serve you and maintain your truth. The King of Cups is an emotionally healed person, wise, kind, compassionate. Sometimes could be putting the needs of others ahead of themselves, but also knowing where the boundaries are and doing so with pleasure, not with expectation of something back. So Spirit's saying, as you step into your light work, you do need to build with compassion, but there are boundaries that need to be in place to protect your mental fortitude. The Fool card comes in right underneath the World card. This is brand new beginnings for all of us. This is the playing field is leveling out. I'm also hearing a lot of medical advances that are coming, and I spoke about this on my last live, but Spirit's asking me to really lean into that during this reading. I'm seeing a lot of advances that are going to put question marks all over the way that the medical system is run, and also about pharmaceutical companies and how that is run and maintained. One moment. This advancement comes actually near and about the same time as the currency. So I'm sensing potentially April of next year, where there will be, and I've said before, it's going to be to the point that if your physician does not see you or check your records, your health records against an open source technology, I divine clearly that there will be suit brought against, like a medical malpractice situation for doctors, for example, that have patients and don't run their symptoms against open source. I'm hearing that the ability to communicate with all doctors everywhere, physicians, and just all beings, I continue to see that there's going to be a lot of healing taking place, and a lot of the way it's coming through is that there has been for some time developments in major health crises that we as humans have experienced. And I'm not going to name them because I don't know what that does to this algorithm. So just know that there are big ticket items that healing has been available, and that will become commonplace knowledge as open source becomes more available. People will be speaking their truths, and some things will be provable and some things will not be. I'm hearing that will beg to more questions about where has the money for research been going if there's been a healing for X amount of years. I'm seeing a lot of government issues in multiple countries. I'm seeing disruption televised falsely. And I'm seeing the truth of those things being exposed. I'm seeing also that as people come to be able to script their own videos and okay, let me start over. Thank you, Spirit. This is how it's working. As each of us begin to receive the tools that place us in a position to make videos and to craft fake news, for example, right? As like we start to play with it as regular people, we're going to understand that the government has had this technology for a millennia, for time well beyond our expectation, and that everything that we have seen has been false. And so the realities that we have known become shattered, and I keep seeing the playing field leveling up. I see that human advancements are going to take place next year that are going to blow our minds. I'm also seeing that the way that we are traveling will change, and that we will be in much greater contact with more ease with beings that are not in manifest form as humans before November of next year. Thank you. I'm hearing that it will be commonplace to have conversations and people discuss situations such as hybrid humanism, indwellers for those who know that term, non-human beings within, and integrations and what that looks like. I'm also hearing that the quantum reality will become commonplace knowledge. By June of next year, it will be widely accepted that that is just the reality, because there will be more scientific releases as it's coming through, like fall of bank, fall of medical reach, kind of the way we know about it, new currency. And then I've been saying for some time, like a techocracy, like technology becomes the ruling the ruling ways of the future, because it becomes transparent and accessible to all. Okay, so let me keep going. After the Fool card, and those are the advances that I'm seeing, and Spirit's coming me back to this, the Moon Maiden. These two came out together. Guys, this is great news. I'm going to have to rewind. We don't do that anymore, right? Play back. I'm going to have to play this back for myself, because I was channeling widely, but I know I was talking about advances and money. And I'm saying new beginnings over here, right? But check this out. We've got the Fool card, new beginnings here, which came in under the World card. Nines, 2 9s, boom. Spirit's telling me, for those of you that worked the 9-9 portal, very good. Just know that you are definitely going to see the it's going to that energetic work is going to come to fruition. Things are coming to an end to birth new beginnings, and it's going to bring us two things. One, it's going to bring us emotional independence, like a freedom of love and joy and just power in yourself and your ability to create what you want. And then also in our finances. So I feel an emotional freedom. I feel, like, again, very strongly that the playing field will even out, and people will be sought after for their individuality, versus where it used to be you had to be forced to conform. And it really took a lot of light workers to, next level breakdown, actually, over the last 20 years. Truly, lots of my clients, myself included, definitely had a difficult time trying to express their light and their unique self over the course of time when things were so combative. And that's changing. I love this. All right, let me see what else they want me to go here to clarify. Thank you. Also, 8 of Cups, moving ahead to two things are coming through. One is, before I started this reading, I found on the floor the 2 of Swords out of a different deck, one that I'm not using, but I kept it over here because it was so significant when I got it, and it was just about decision time. And Spirit was saying to me, you're going to have to really bring home the message that people are going to have to make the decision to stop trying to be in control of things and stop having to be in control of the changes, and to let the gods do the work, right? So here's a good example. I was saying for some time that you can expect there to be things revealed to you this month of October of 2023 that are going to impact you for the next couple of years. And how you handle yourself during this time of transition is really going to pave the path for what you allow to come your way. And so Spirit's saying that with that 2 of Swords, it's like, at this point, do you accept, now that you've seen the synchronicities, now that you feel differently, now that you've released the things that don't serve you and you've seen your worth, are you going to make the decision to lean into the idea that things aren't as you've always known them, and there's a possibility that you can do all of the things? Or are you going to continue to self-doubt and create more roadblocks? Because truly, at this point, we've cleared so many paths. There is no other option than our manifestations that are seeking us to find us, because the paths are many and they are brightly lit. So now it's about believing that you are worthy of getting all of the things that you've asked for. It's available to you. The perception is up to you. It's going to be put out there as we are being woken up, that the I keep seeing that there's going to be example after example that false narratives being put out that I don't know. I keep hearing that for every light worker that wakes up, there's going to be like 5 people trying to mock the evolution of humanity, and it's going to make it a little bit, the perception is going to be off. 1 second. 7 of Pentacles came through to clarify the Moon card, and this is, I guess what I'm hearing is, as things are revealed, it's going to be like, man, am I ever going to get ahead? What's going on with all of this stuff being concealed? And I also feel like for many of us on a personal level, we may find out something. Wow. As I say, we might, thank you, Spirit. As I was saying, that we might find out the truth of something. This is the Ace of Swords, literally the truth of the matter being revealed. You can expect to find something out that really could rattle you. It's a test. It's a test of the emergency broadcast system. Don't lose your shit, because you won't have the energy. If you just hand it over, right? The old saying would have been hand it over to God. You can still say that, hand it over to source, hand it over to your highest self. The point is, release it. Don't keep your 3D energy focused on the negativity and the people trying to burst your bubble, right? The people trying to dim your light, the energies that are trying to control you. Don't play into it. You can shine brightly, right? You can stay in your own bubble and only allow things that are going to serve you into your energetic field. If the world is going to blow up, it's going to blow up, whether you're happy or not, and there's nothing you can do about it. So in the interim, what you can do is fill your energetic field with things that are going to elevate your consciousness and your vibration so that you can attract more of that in. Because the more of us that do that, the more light that we shine, right? More truths are revealed, more freedom occurs. Wow. Okay. Queen of Pentacles being clarified by the 8 of Cups. This is about walking away from something that is just okay, right? You deserve better than okay. You might be, fulfilled to a degree with what you have going on, but the reality of it is that there's more to explore. There's other options. You're worth more than just 8. You want your 9 and you want your 10, and this is your time to go after it. This is, enough with the lackluster, enough with working for other people, enough with letting the opinions of others actually affect you to the point that your decisions are based on things that aren't even true, which happens, right? A lot of times we will take the perceptions of others and actually wear it like a proud, that's what I'm hearing. We not proud, but like we wear the opinions of others like decoration. And Spirit's saying it's absurd because you wouldn't have purchased that. What is this? They're giving me some example where like you're wearing the opinions of others like a garment you wouldn't have purchased to begin with. That's an interesting way to put it, but I guess that's true. The Chariot card comes out again for the second time in our second row. That's fascinating. So the Chariot is clarifying the 2 of Wands, the card of being curious and exploration. They're saying that you need to get in touch with your true starseed mission and really accept that the voices, the nudges, that feeling, that deep within, when you vibrate differently, the ringing of the ears, the total body healing. Comment below, but how many of you, because a lot of you have reached out to me separately when I talk about my healing, how many of you were struggling with some type of health issue and have found recently that you don't think about it as much? Or maybe you have been okay, or maybe others around you haven't been feeling so good and somehow you're all right. If that's not the case for you, there's more to look into. What's happening that you're out of balance? And remember, what's the saying? Your complicated house plant, get sun, get water, right? Make sure you do that. But Spirit's saying that it's time to get curious about exactly what you're capable of doing and manifesting. And you're about to, like, I keep seeing like the keys. And when Spirit shows me the keys, it's almost like saying that we're about to be gifted just one more piece of information that allows us that places in a position. We are going to be gifted more information that's going to place us in a position to have to make some choices, Two of Swords. And those choices, the answer to what we need to do is not going to be obvious, right? It's going to be like that third place solution. Two of Swords. Let's go back. So you see how it's usually there's like people just think that there's two paths to take, but there's undiscovered islands behind her. And that's what Spirit's saying, like, you can't begin to imagine the solutions that are headed your way. You've got to lean into the possibility and vibration of hope, because we didn't make it this far just to then be put through more unhappiness. 10 of Cups. So thank you, Spirit. One moment. The end of a cycle, 10 of Cups. So where you have felt dissatisfied, where you have felt lonely, where you have felt ousted, black sheep energy, where you have felt that's ending. You're about to find, thank you, you're about to find your soul tribe. Spirit says, keep doing what you're doing. Do not allow others to dim you. Shine brightly. Step into your starseed mission. The whispers are there. You're being guided. Many of you have already within you your starseed awakening happening. And it can be uncomfortable physically. And we've talked about that, many of us. So you can ask for angelic assistance during this time of transition as that energy within you activates. Many of you, because I hear from many of you, are experiencing ascension symptoms, which the common ones are the ringing of the ears. We've talked about that. We've talked about the synchronicities with the numbers. The other things to keep an eye out for, like I've said, is you may have a sudden change in your diet. You may have the desire to eat meat and you haven't eaten it for some time, or vice versa. You may find yourself not being able to eat chicken. Like out of nowhere, I started eating meat, but I can't really, I just can't do chicken, right? This happened to me when I was pregnant. So I wonder what about my energy has to do with that. It's, but I've been told many times over the years, and especially during my spiritual development, that when you are craving something, when your body is leaning into something, investigate to make sure this is not an emotional thing, but oftentimes it's energetic and your body is needing or repelling something for your development. Food is energy, and we know that, but we also tie our emotions to it. And that's where there can be an imbalance. And I'm hearing another thing we're about to learn is exactly what's in our food, because we're going to have the ability to scan our food before we eat it and know real time what it will do to us and how we will feel based on our day's chemistry. That's a real thing that's coming out. I see that clearly. So if you can imagine that instead of having a label, you can physically scan your food and say, can I eat this today? And you will get a response. The outlook is good, or no, you cannot eat that. That will disrupt your, lactose, whatever. Like that kind of stuff is coming. So things are going to become very transparent. So a lot of industries that used to make money off of us are not going to be able to do that anymore. So these cards just flipped out. 1 second. 3 of Wands. Guys, I've got the 2 of Wands, the 3 of Wands, 6 of Wands, lots of fire energy, lots of inspiration and desire coming through, freedom, 6 of Wands. And this came in under the 9s or above the 9s, 369, Tesla's number. Just want you to think that out a little bit and what that means. Wow. So 3 of Wands and 6 of Wands, getting curious, taking action, moving forward, doing things differently is the key to success. And I keep hearing co-collaborating, get with other people that are like vibrationally to you or what vibrationally aligned with you. And that doesn't mean that they're in agreement with you. It means that you can discuss disagreements because you are curious about each other. That's the vibration of comfort in all, I just keep hearing that when you are vibrationally aligned, you can have all types of conversations with that person or with the other being because it's not contentious, right? You're curious. King of Cups being clarified by the Four of Cups. Four of Cups is all about sour grapes, you know, like where's what I've been looking for. I'm actually getting clarification further that Spirit's not just telling us, hold on. Okay. I'm hearing that this is about romantic love as well. Spirit's saying that you're going to have to stop sending, I'm hearing stop sending in your representative when you are mingling with others. It's time to unmask because you're not going to attract truly what's best for you if you keep being something you're not. So you have to start speaking aloud about your experiences, no matter how scary it is. Because I mean, for example, I would have never started talking about starseed missions and angelic experiences and any of this, right? And then I started doing it as, you know, behind a paywall. And, you know, little by little, more and more members are reaching out to me and letting me know how grateful they are for this type of conversation because it's otherwise not had. It's been something that's been widely unsafe. So now Spirit's saying now's the time to share who and what you are and be unafraid because you aren't alone. And again, open source technology is going to be like the internet on 20, right? On 1,000. It's the connectivity is going to be unreal. And the understanding of exactly, they just keep saying of who and what you are is going to be crystal clear. And the Four of Cups, that sour grapes energy, the universe hands this person that cup out of almost seemingly thin air. And that's what Spirit's saying, like there's help around, and there's also the fated connections coming through between now and third week of November. Five of Pentacles, the Fool card. This is about hope, looking for what, okay. Fool card starting over. They always say that, you know, feeling left out in the cold, feeling like you were abandoned. Those are the things that were coming up and are going to continue to come up during this eclipse season. Because so many of us have masked over the years and have involved ourselves with people that tolerated us or that we tolerated, that really hindered our development. A lot of us, I'm hearing, like, again, black sheep energy. Release that. It's time to be proud of who and what you are and to know your strength. That's what they just keep saying. Your starseed family is available to you. And we're right here, as a matter of fact. It starts like this. And then you get the courage to speak your truth. And again, you're just speaking your truth. You're just sharing your experience. You know, I'm not the guru on this. I just know that during my near-death experience, I had a wild, listen, I could talk about this for days because I'm still alive to talk about it. And I can't not share that experience. And I guess that's what Spirit wants you to do. It's like whatever thing happened to you, start talking about it. It's safe, right? It's safe when you find your tribe. Strength card, number 8. Be strong. Be strong and speak your truth, and you will manifest the things that you've been desiring, and you will find your soul tribe. You will find your starseed mission. You will find other people like you, and you're going to be able to build and co-collaborate and get through it. I really feel so strongly that as a community of light workers, there isn't anything we can't do. I mean that. You know, it can be difficult and it can be challenging and all of those things, but it's so much easier when you know you're not alone, and you're not alone. I mean, it's impossible. You're not. It doesn't feel that way. And for years, it hasn't felt that way, but Spirit's saying there's an end to that. The ability to connect has always been there, but now it's going to be so much easier than anything that we could have imagined. So guys, I'm just asking you to lean into the possibility that whatever situation you're in is so temporary, because the world as we know it will not exist in a month's time. It's going to be different. And then in a year's time, it's going to be unbelievably different. And whatever was pulling you down, you will look back and say, had I known, I wouldn't have given it a second thought. And so just try to lean into the idea that you are more powerful and have more available to you than you could even imagine, and that things are happening for you and in your favor. Truly. And I say that a lot, but as light workers, I mean that. Like, I really do. This came out, shadow work. I won't cry for you. Number 22. Come back. Number 22 reduces to the number 4, foundation, stability, home. Saying, I won't cry for you. Spirit saying, go back to this card of forgiveness. Understand that anything that you've been through to this point was to build the character that you essentially created before you came here. You had to have certain lessons, and every being, everything around you is truly some reflection of a part of you. So ideally, I should be triggering something within you that you need to look at for yourself, that you need to give more attention to. And the way this is coming through is that instead of being angry about the past, love it and understand that it was there to show you something. And the more angry you are about it, or the more hurt you are, the more violated you feel, the more that lesson was meant to be inspected by you. And it's not to bring you tears and disruption. And your angels just want you to let go of that emotion. Like every time you cry and you're sobbing and you're sad, your angels are there just comforting you. And they just, you know, they really want you to know, like, this is so temporary. It's just an energetic lesson. Breathe. Like I hear them, like they're on the sidelines going, it's going to be okay. It's not that big of a deal. This is an energy flow. Yeah, they say that, but it's so real when you're here, you know, it's so real when you're here. All right. And then just an empath card to get us through for this fortnight, as they say, the next 2 weeks. What can we focus on? I know that was a lot of messages, and I hope it made sense, because most of it's channeled, if not all of it, to be honest. So sometimes they come through in ways that I can't keep up with. Ask for dream guidance. Perfect. Dreams offer wisdom beyond logic. Tonight, ask a question before bed, and in the morning, write down a dream and look for the answer. Your angels are here, right? Ask for clarification. If anything in this reading triggered something for you, maybe that's something you need to investigate further. So again, thank you so much for your kind words, your support. Thank you for reaching out and normalizing this process. Again, I'm no expert. I just know what I've been through. But the more I hear from you guys, and the more I hear from people out there in general, I feel better. I feel less, out there, for lack of a better word. All right, guys, thank you so much. Please just remember that we're all stars from the sky with feet on the ground, doing the best that we can. And please just speak your truth, and you will heal worlds with your words. And may the magic that we weave and the words that we speak bring healing to all those who seek it. And guys, if you're looking to book a personal reading, my website is up at starswithstasi.com, and you can book at your own convenience. Thank you again so much, and I look forward until next time. Shine brightly.